Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Gypsy Warrior Style. Today we're going to steer away from forensics for a little bit and talk about something a little more general for college students, and that is what I learned in boating school is random stuff that I have used in my journey to become an adult through college. What I learned in boating school! SpongeBob reference! Let's get started. What is money? We all have this concept of like working for your money or like finding a means of income and then spending it on the things that we like. So whether it's traveling or, we need a new car, something like that. In college, it's kind of a whole new level. So I know there are people with student loans. Some of, my friends right now are already like 20 grand into their student loans and they're just like, damn it. But in college, there's a whole new level of what the heck money is in our world. There is no feeling like writing out a $2,000 check to your cashier's office. Ready to go. I've done that, a couple of times now. Write out a check for about $2,500 and it's just gone. Free for students. You see that? Get on that. The word free is one of the most beautiful words in the English language. Through most schools, there's like free software for your computers, like the Microsoft software or like an antivirus software. Apple Music has a lower student cost. You get the first 3 months free, and then as a student, you pay $5 a month, and you can download whatever music you want. Or Amazon Prime, I think, has a 6-month membership for students. As a student who has to pay things like tuition, free is a huge thing. As a student, it's definitely something you need to take advantage of. How to live with strangers. When you move into a dorm, you are moving in with one, maybe two if you're in a triple, depending on like how your school works. You're moving in with someone that you probably have absolutely no idea who they are. My freshman year, I met my roommate on Facebook. We were Facebook messaging, and I was freaking out. I was like, guys, what if she's really, really nice over Facebook and she turns out to be a complete psycho? Like, I'm not doing this whole roommate movie over again. It's not happening. It's a completely new environment to actually be in and living with somebody. This year, I was able to room with one of my best friends from last year, and so we kind of had everything figured out. We know how each other ticks. But I've heard roommate horror stories of having to switch, halfway through a semester because of, problems with a roommate. But you really get an idea of how to interact with new people. In a dorm, you have the person that you're living with, your roommate, and then you have all the people down the hallway, and whether or not you become friends with them, you learn how to live with them. We have quiet hours that start at 10 o'clock at my school. So after 10 o'clock, it's like, oh, maybe some people are sleeping, we have to be quiet. You really get a sense of how to live with new people, and it can be scary. It's definitely something that's not always very comforting to not know who it is you're sharing the next 9 months of your life with in a shoebox. But it can be a really fun experience too. I personally have had very amazing experiences with my roommates, and I am having a great time with them. Important decision-making skills. These are not things like your major. We all have, important decisions to make. What major am I going to do? What minor am I going to do? Do I switch my major even though this person doesn't think I should? All kinds of important decisions that have to do with your academics are completely viable. And then there are those decisions where you're laying in bed at like 7:30 in the morning and it's raining outside and you're like, I really don't need this class, right? Question mark. Well, if I take a nap, I'll be able to focus on my homework. I'm not getting out of bed. Well, it's really, really crappy weather outside, and I'm really, really hungry, and the only thing that happens to be in my dorm room is an avocado. It's raining, but I need to get my homework done so that I can take a nap and not have to worry about doing homework after this nap. I can just relax. Decisions. Those are the decisions I'm talking about. Those are very important decisions. They don't seem like it, but they really can be important decisions. Whether or not you go to this class could, determine your grade on the next exam, or if you take a nap instead of doing your homework, you might sleep through and not get your homework done for the next day. Or if you decide not to go out, and get food even though the weather is crappy, and you sit and eat that one avocado that's sitting in your dorm room, too focused on the fact that you're hungry and it's crappy outside to do your homework. They are really important decisions. I promise you. They seem very menial, but they're important. You learn how to manage your time. Sometimes you can use procrastination to your benefit. I know some people who, if they put it off long enough where it's literally due in the next 24 hours, and there's that pressure to get it done, they'll sit down and hammer it out. I'm not saying that that's the best way to go about doing your homework, but it works for some people. So you learn how to like manage your time almost down to the minute. It sounds absolutely ridiculous, but sometimes people do that. This is what I do in the mornings. If I have a 9:30 class, my alarms will go off at 8:30 and 8:45. That means I have to get my butt out of bed by 8:50 to leave by 9:10. That gives me 20 minutes to get ready in the morning, so like brush my teeth and figure out like how to walk again and stuff like that. And then that extra 20 minutes to walk to class. Now there's about 5 minutes of that overlap where if I leave at 9:15, I can still make it to class on time. Or if I leave 5 minutes early, I can stop at this cafe and get myself some coffee in the morning because coffee is the most important thing in your life. Just kidding. No, I'm not. You learn how to take care of yourself. I'm not saying how to take care of yourself like you're completely on your own, there's absolutely no support for you anywhere. I'm talking about how to take care of yourself in terms of eating, sleeping, relaxing, not overstressing, finding the outlets and finding your routine that works for you so that you can function to the best of your ability. You learn how to find a routine in order to take care of yourself, take care of your body, keep yourself mentally and physically strong and healthy. Something I'm continuing to work on. You don't have your mom there to remind you to eat or to tell you to go to bed. My parents will text me and be like, okay, are you in bed yet? You should be asleep. Your parents aren't like right there physically telling you that this is what you're going to do. And sometimes, not even your roommate's going to do that. So you really start to sit down and figure out how to take care of yourself now that you're, fairly independent. Late nights and early mornings. So one thing that I've learned about being in school is I would rather wake up late and be up very late. If I can sleep in, I can, go to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning after I get my assignments done. I've also learned that like between midnight and 1 o'clock in the morning is prime essay writing time. That is when you are so absolutely done and tired that your brain will spit out anything to make that 6 pages. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. But you do have those really late nights and those really early mornings, and you have to try and figure out, that's another thing with time management and taking care of yourself. When do you go to bed and when do you wake up so that you can have your homework or your this done or get to class or get to work on time? I'm talking late nights, like some of us are up until 1 in the morning on a consistent basis and up again, maybe by 7 or 8 o'clock the next morning on a consistent basis. So that just goes along with time management and taking care of yourself. You're going to have those ridiculous hours during your day, and it's how you figure out and strategize how to get through them. Dining halls. You learn a lot about food on campus. It is an important aspect of surviving as a human being. Whatever your dietary choices are, there is food on campus and you need that food. For my campus, you have a dining hall on one end of campus and a dining hall on the other end of campus. And then the little sub shops in between, there's like a sandwich shop, there's a couple cafes where you can get like coffee and donuts and bagels and stuff like that. Like this dining hall on one end of campus will have better lunches and the other dining hall will have better dinners. They're run by the same company and you just have to you figure it out. You go there and maybe everything is gross and you have a salad. On every campus, you will figure out where that food is, per your own likes and dislikes and per whatever quality of food is being prepared at that place. You can be yourself. Now that I'm in college, there's a lot more that I'm learning about myself and about other people. No one gives a shit who you are. I'm not saying that in a bad way. You can be whoever you want to be, and there's going to be someone who can identify with you and relate to you. People are very afraid of being judged. And something that I've learned between my senior year of high school and, still now is, who cares? I don't care what other people think of me. People in college are a lot more open-minded. In college, you can be whoever it is you want to be. You can make your own choices. You control your life. And the friends and people that stick to you and stick around you will accept you for those choices. Between my freshman year and this year, my sophomore year, I've changed a lot. I'm starting to take my own health into a lot more consideration, prioritize it a little more. I made the decision to become vegan. You can be whoever you want to be. You can wear whatever makeup you want or no makeup. You can go to the gym. You can be a nerd and focus solely on your homework. You can, make whatever dietary choices or clothing choices you want. You can be whoever it is you want to be. Whoever you are comfortable with as your own person, people don't care. You will find friends, and people aren't going to judge you at, this ridiculously harsh level because you don't fit in. There's no such thing as fitting in college. It's an amazing environment. It's a lot more open. Everyone has their own drama and problems, and sometimes things can get blown out of proportion, but you can be yourself. There's absolutely nothing wrong with, just showing up and, letting yourself open up to people, because we're all here. We're all in the same boat trying to figure out how to adult and how to, work through school and, work at our jobs and find a career. We're all in the same boat. Boating school. We all just want to be accepted for who we are. And people at school, we can be whoever it is we want to be. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you have any questions, or let me know what you want to see. And I will see you guys next week on Gypsy Warrior Style. We'll explore the world together.